It's time for the SVU After Show. We are going all the way back to Season 12, Episode 5. We're talking Wet.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello and welcome to the SVU After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. If you have not already, go to youtube.com/AFTERBUZZ TV. Hit subscribe. We're also on iTunes and SoundCloud. Subscribe there as well. I'm your host, Yael Tyiel. Tweet at me live throughout the weekend during the show at Yael Tyiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. I'm joined by the lovely Lauren Salaun.
Hey everybody, Lauren here, as she said, and you guys can find me everywhere online at Lauren Salaun. That's LAURENSALAUN, and I am manning the live chat, so if you're in there, let's talk.
Awesome. Before we jump into Season 12, Episode 5, Wet, we need to give our warning and hotline. So,
Yes.
hotline for
Yes,
anyone who
we
may need it.
do.
I need to stop hitting the mic.
Oh,
the hotline.
boy, I don't have it memorized.
Great.
But
It's
it is
1-800?
Yes,
656
1-800-656-HOPE.
Yeah.
1-800-656-HOPE.
It
That's
only
the
took
Race
us-
Abuse and Incest National Network.
Yeah.
Maybe I do have it memorized.
Yeah, it only took us like 2.5 seasons. Yeah, guys, if you're in a situation and you need it, please call the hotline. This episode doesn't really have a special
Wasn't too
victim.
special.
Yeah, she wasn't too special
It's just
for
a
a victim.
normal death.
Victim. But we'll be making jokes because, well, this episode's called Wet. So we'll be making jokes. Please consider this your content warning, and if you feel like you need to, don't listen. Okay. This episode was in Season 12. It's one of my favorite episodes because of the guest star, David Krumholtz, who...
Yes.
I don't know if people remember this. He is Bernard from the Santa Claus.
Oh, that's not where... I know him more from Numbers.
Now. That's more
Right?
recent.
I know.
Right. But guys, Bernard from the Santa Claus, number 1. He isn't in the other ones. He's in number 2, but he's not number 3. All right. Sorry. That's where he's from, and that's why I love him so much.
Yeah.
The
Good.
Tim Allen movies. Okay. So I'm going to give you some Season 12 info, aside from all of the guest stars. Season 12 is the first time that the show relocated. So Season 11... which included the episode that we covered. Oh no, last week we covered a previous episode. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. Sorry, the one with Kathy Griffin was in their old studio in Jersey, and this season they moved studios, and it happened after the 4th episode. This is episode 5, which explains why we have this new precinct in the episode.
Yes.
It's like relevant to the show. Fun facts, guys.
Fun fact.
I thought that was fascinating. Also, this is the season where we had our crossover with Law and Order LA, which was episode 3, which had Jennifer Love Hewitt in it. The episode is called Behave. It's one of my favorites.
We didn't add that to the list of recapping.
There were so many. There were so many episodes that were suggested that I went through and had to like narrow it down. But this show goes on hiatus all the freaking time, so I feel like guys, we have 18 seasons worth of shows to go through.
We'll be here forever.
Yeah. So as long as the show keeps going, we'll keep going. So anyway, so that episode was the crossover, and we had a second episode later in the season that was the second crossover with Law and Order LA, and that was with Terrence Howard. Other amazing guest stars they had this season, aside from Jennifer Love Hewitt, Joan Cusack, which was such a great episode. Bailey Madison was in that too, but it was before she was Bailey Madison, so she wasn't a guest star. She was just an actress. Henry Ian Cusick, who's from Lost, Gloria Rubin, David Krumholtz, and Paula Patton was in this episode. Fun fact about Paula Patton's character. So she was supposed to join the cast as the new ADA because, I wrote it down. So she was set to fill in because Stephanie March left and guest star Sharon Stone was at the end of last season, but she had to drop out because she was in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Oh. So that's why she had this one episode.
Yeah, I was like...
They like brought her in and introduced her and then like she got fired. So that was because she was supposed to join the show.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Look at that. I love that she did bring like such like a sass factor to it. You know, that we've always got the one-liners and the smart comments and jokes and stuff, but she had that like sauciness. Like it made me feel a little like it was a CSI show. one of the CSIs for some reason with her being
weird.
on it. I don't know why.
I didn't like her as an ADA because I felt like she didn't take her job seriously.
Yeah.
She was like, no first names, like always smiling. I think like even when she was upset, she was smiling, and I went, I don't like you.
She was like, I felt like. I don't know. Like this is what I keep doing. Like I felt like she was like, "Oh hey, I'm lawyered."
For those who are listening and aren't watching the YouTube show,
moving my shoulders.
Yeah, it's like a slow shimmy, like a bad shimmy.
It's a sensual shimmy.
It's the weirdest thing. All right,
I don't know. Stop.
All right, so let's talk about the episode.
Okay.
Let's start from the beginning. Two kids are drugged. This is so cool. So two kids are high and they want to jump in a fountain. For those who didn't recognize her,
yep, Supergirl.
That's Melissa Benoist, and it's right before Glee. She was no one at this moment, and every time since Glee, she joined Glee. Every time I see this episode, which is often, I look at that and go, how weird that girl looks so much like Melissa.
Oh my gosh.
Like, so weird. And then I looked it up today and I went, oh my God, it is her.
I saw her last week at Comic-Con.
Yeah, that is true. Mm-hmm. She was there.
She was there.
Guys, that was Supergirl.
I know.
Not so super. She, what's weird is that she looked older in this episode than she does now. Right? That's very concerning. She's getting young. She's Benjamin. She's Benjamin buttoning. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, they find a dead body, and we meet this Emmy, who I don't recall ever seeing before and since. Who they're like, she was in the fountain, so she, there's no evidence.
Yeah,
and she goes, there's blood and semen in her. It's in her hoochie hoo. I wrote it down. Yeah. She has blood and semen in her hoochie hoo.
And Liv's like,
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget they're people. I know. I want this woman. I like her. I want that character to have been a thing. Right?
I guess.
There's blood and semen in her hoochie hoo.
Her hoochie hoo. But I feel like when you forget they're people, then you just say the scientific terms, right?
I think she just has to amuse herself.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's what it is. Anyway, so the body is drowned, possibly raped, and there was a chunk of hair missing.
Yes.
So we find out that there's some
I love this. I love this part. That was like my favorite part of the episode.
Benson undercover, playing with her hair.
Just got my hair done. It's great.
She just sits there flipping it over and over and over again.
Yeah, but there's this guy running around like the hair clipper bandit, Sassoon.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
And of course he has a lullaby.
Yes.
And his lullaby is that he's in a tranny club.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite things the show does where the alibi is, I couldn't have done this crime. I was doing something else that was awful. Not that a tranny club is awful, but like, it's just my favorite thing that they do. Yeah. Like there was the guy who was like, I couldn't have raped her because I was raping this other girl. I couldn't have killed her. I was robbing a bank. Yeah. I love that.
I didn't rape her. I videotaped it and put it on the internet.
Yeah.
See? Proof.
Yeah. So good. So then we meet Whit Worley and his sex prowl video. Oh, I love it's such a his reaction shot on that video was such a YouTuber, like, what do I do, guys? Yeah. This is staged.
Comment, like, subscribe.
That's what it was like. I'm gonna have sex with this woman.
Share it.
Yeah. And then her husband comes in, and so we find out that her name is Lindsay. Her husband shows up and he wants to hit Stabler. He says, "Are you the one handling this case?" And Stabler goes, "Yes." And he goes to punch him.
Yeah,
he's the one handling the case. So why would you punch him? Right?
I don't know. He just needs to take it out on somebody.
Yeah. So we find out that she does PR for Cola Now, which sponsored the entire episode of the SVU. Cola Now. Yeah, thanks. So, she's the PR person for Cola Now. Mm-hmm. She can smooth over everything. Mm-hmm. She can sweet talk anyone.
Lots of people hated her.
Yeah. She was either a hero or a villain. I didn't really care about her.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So much.
I mean, I liked the video of her before she gets assaulted.
I'm hot.
I'm hot.
And
I'm wet. I'm wet. I'm so hot. Do me. Girl, clearly she's on something.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what to do. This strange woman came at me. She's on something. So I guess she is a special victim right there because she can't consent.
It wasn't really a consensual situation. But I feel like that part of the case
was forgotten.
Was out the door.
Yeah. No, we didn't care.
Yeah.
At that point.
Well, because they couldn't, it wouldn't hold up in court, I think, is why it was just like, shroop, bye.
Right, which ADA Mika Vaughn from Chicago, who has a sun-drenched loft on Lake Michigan. You're a bad ADA. Barbara would find a way to win.
I don't know if he would.
That's true. Barbara's like, this is not a winnable case.
This is a waste of my time.
Yeah, find me a winnable case. Who was that?
He's tying his...
Bow tie? He has a bow tie now?
I don't know. I forget the word. Keep going.
Now I'm fascinated.
Cravat? No, it's not that. It's
like an ascot?
Yeah, it's that.
Okay.
He doesn't really wear those. Anyway,
no.
Continue.
All right, so we find out that she was murdered by mushroom. Murdered by mushrooms. Which takes us to the Wishing Time fundraiser. Wishing Time fundraiser. The best name for a fundraiser. And we meet Emma and Auntie May. Guys, did you realize that that's Aunt May from the first 3 Spider-Man movies?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
also named Francine.
I loved Grandma. She was
Granny?
such a B word. I loved it.
Why?
She was so cold.
How could you love her?
I mean, I don't love her. She was awful, but I loved it, kind of. like in that last scene, she's Granny's gonna snatch that necklace right off her.
You knew that's what she was there for?
Oh yeah.
That's so
For
heartbreaking.
sure. When she's like, oh, but I wanted a mom. She's like, she's dead.
Yeah,
the
no.
necklace. I was like, ooh.
When Olivia was like, she could use that to get a lawyer, and she was like, I would never do that. I was like, Olivia, don't give her ideas. She's not going to give the necklace back.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, you can pawn this.
Yeah.
No, she's going to give her money, if anything.
Right.
Olivia.
I mean, I didn't like her, that sad situation,
Yeah.
but it was kind of hilarious.
I hate Granny. I can't. She's Aunt May. I can't look at her. It makes me sad. But we meet Emma, who is this recovered druggie living with her grandmother, and they do fundraising. Anyway, we then find out about Professor Prochek. David Krumholtz, great man, great actor, who's cooking mushrooms, and Olivia whiffs it. And that was, I love that
I thought she
scene.
was faking it at first.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just felt like they'd be, I don't know. I thought there was some trick or some twist going on. It was a plan. Some fake drug undercover sting. I don't know how, but when I was watching it, I was like, wait, is she for real? What's this trick going to be? The doc, he's going to go help her or something, then Stabler's gonna sneak something somehow? No.
No.
It wasn't. No.
Oh. I'm not the one who stabbed the captain with a pickle. You were in Niagara Falls. I love it. I like high Olivia.
Yeah. It was, when she started she got a little silly, started stumbling, then I was like, oh wait, no.
Stab the captain with a pickle.
She's for real.
I also like when they're like, get away from her, and he goes, catch her, she's got to fall. She's got to fall. He's so great because we see this where they're like, we have to plead insanity, and he's like, no, I'm totally sane.
Yeah.
He's just eccentric, and then even Wong is like, no, he's totally sane. He's just weird. He's fine. Just weird. And we switch lawyers, and then we have where I was like, Paula Patton, Mika Vaughn, where she does her little dirty work, which is how we lost, that kind of behavior is how we lost Novak, right? When she pulled this sort of stunts. And he wants to talk about the water. And then he goes and he's like, it was these 3 mushrooms. And Stabler's like, well, it's not 3 mushrooms, it's 4 mushrooms. He would know. I also like that the judge was all about you haven't heard about my roses.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere. I like that. It really gives us Like, you don't know, you're not from here,
No.
Mika Vaughn.
Well, and she didn't, like I'm saying, like, she felt like she was visiting from CSI.
Yeah. And she was like, I don't know about your roses.
No,
I don't take
yeah.
any of this seriously.
Yeah.
It's not like this guy murdered someone. Anyway, he wants to plead guilty, and then Stabler, I'm sure the fans, I remember watching this the first time and being like, he's going to take his shirt off. And then he doesn't. I'm hot. I'm
Okay,
wet.
so this, when Liv's was for real,
Yeah.
when Stabler started doing it, I'm like, okay, now, like, what is happening to everybody?
Oh, so you thought his was real too? Because hers turned out to be real.
Yeah, I was like, no,
Girl.
no. At first, I was like, wait, him too? What the hell? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, this is the fake one.
Yes.
Like, this is the distraction. 'Cause
Right.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it, SVU writers, then his shirt needs to come off.
Right. Yeah. Sell it, Stabler.
You're right.
How hot were you? Not that hot.
I'm hot. I didn't order pizza. I don't even like anchovies. We're going water skiing. You're not selling it if your clothes are still on. Should that woman, Lindsay, her bra was off in seconds. She had to turn around because he was still filming. These are the things we pay attention to on the after show. Anyway, so Mika Vaughn realizes there's a problem, sends the defense lawyer on vacation, and then she gets sent packing. I like that the captain shows up in time to be like, also, you're fired.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
real
yeah.
matter of fact there.
Right. Then there's a question of why Procheck would admit to the murders. We find out that Emma and Vinny, they're a couple. They're in love.
So sweet.
She tries to commit suicide with the mushrooms.
I loved that part.
I loved that part.
Yes.
And why did we love that part?
I don't know, because, like,
Because you felt it.
yeah.
It, like, you understood. She was like, it's not worth, he's never going to forgive me. My life has no meaning now. I'm going to end it. You, like, felt her
Yeah, but also just, like, committing suicide by mushrooms, that's kind of gnarly. Like, just on that level.
gnarly. I feel like that's such a great way
That's,
to
like,
go.
pretty easy, yeah. But that's, like, it's a more creative way to do it.
It is
I
very
think.
creative, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what I appreciated about it.
Okay, it was creative.
Saute them up. I don't know.
Feels like a good way to
Little-
go.
It's kind of Hunger Gamesy. Those berries.
Oh yeah, nice. Spoiler alert. For anyone who hasn't read the
What?
books. Anyway, so then Granny comes and cuts off Emma, takes the necklace, but Procheck comes because he loves her, and he says nobody's perfect, even though she was gonna let him take the fall for murder.
I know. He's a weirdo.
Yeah, but he was great. That was the episode. Do you have any thoughts on the episode?
You know, I feel like it was just a weird episode. You know, with Paula Patton being there for one episode, and you didn't like. I didn't feel like she was such a natural fit anyway. That
Right.
having her there just so quick is like, oh, we like it was a little weird, and we don't even have a chance to get used to her. Okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then I also don't like this wasn't really a like SVU-ish episode too.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I
I
felt
don't care about this water baloney and like
his whole water
mushrooms.
and mushrooms and yeah.
Like
I
let's get some rapes. Just kidding, sorry.
no, I
There we go.
loved,
There's for the disclaimer for all y'all.
yeah, that's why we disclaim. That's why we disclaim. I love this episode, and I don't know why. Right? Like maybe it's because of my childhood love of Bernard.
Mushrooms.
Also, I love mushrooms. Also, I think it's the fact that like we see it and we're like, oh no, she was assaulted, and then we see that it was. We see the video of her, and she's like, I need it. I'm wet. I'm hot. I'm wet, and just takes off her clothes.
Oh, well,
Well, that's why.
the end.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
What if that was the episode?
Yeah, you're like, what?
Is this a webisode? What happened to the
Yeah.
show? Season 12, they became 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, and I almost felt like, I mean, shouldn't there have been something continued with that guy, whatever his name was, putting it on Sex Tube or whatever it's called?
His name was
Sexy Tube?
Whit Worley,
Whit Worley.
and it was Sex Prowl.
Sex Prowl. That's right.
I
Shouldn't
wonder.
that have been
Yeah, that should have been
mentioned
something.
once more?
Right, like they should have shut that down
Yeah.
or something. I just wonder, I wonder what that site is supposed to be based on, right? He said it was the sexy side of YouTube, or the
Yeah.
YouTube for sex or whatever.
Yeah, which there are those things.
Right, there are those sites, but those are specifically porn sites,
Right.
whereas this felt like a YouTuber, like, this is my
Like
YouTube channel.
YouTubers. And yeah.
Yeah, right? It felt less like I'm putting porn online and more I'm a YouTuber and my show
Having
happens
sex.
to be sex.
Yeah.
And I wonder what that's based on. Because that can't be something that the SVU detectives came up, like the SVU writers came up with. No offense. It's got to be based on something. Maybe somebody was watching too much YouPorn and went, I wonder if there's this thing.
Yeah.
For those who are wondering, that's what it's called.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's probably not necessary. I mean, there've got to be porn channels that focus on that sort of stuff, whether it's staged or not. Like, you know,
for sure.
the encounter type thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are on, like, whatever it is that you just said.
YouPorn.
YouPorn.
YouPorn.com.
If anyone needs it.
There's also porntube.com.
Okay, there we go.
Both YouTube has been split up
Yeah.
and just
And you just put porn in one of the
yep,
parts.
in the wrong part.
That's what she said. I
Yes.
don't know what's happening.
I mean, this episode was real simple. I'm wondering why it is, because fans suggested this episode.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why that is.
Yeah, guys, what the hell? Just kidding.
I mean, I do love this episode. I love the twist at the end that it was her and not him. I love that they were friends, and you know, that Lindsay and Emma were friends, but that Lindsay became
wanted
the
a mom.
yeah, she became the perfect daughter to Grandma.
Yeah.
It's very, I love that storyline, and that she did this. Is it bad that I enjoy the episodes where we have friends
Killing each other?
killing their best friends?
No.
I love those episodes.
That's like a great way to bond with someone.
That's how we became friends.
No, killing people together.
Yeah, I want to take a moment to thank our fans while you check out comments in the chat. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in live. Thank you to everyone who listens and subscribes on iTunes. We ask you to do a very simple thing. Go to iTunes, hit subscribe. That way you don't miss a single episode. Also, rate and review us. If you like us, give us 5 stars. If you don't like us, you can give us 4 stars. The other stars, contrary to popular belief, they don't work. And if you leave us a comment, bang on your keyboard and write something, we will read it live on the air. We did not get any new ones. Guys, even though there are no new episodes of SVU this summer, we are doing old episodes throughout the summer. We have another 5 weeks of back-to-back old episodes. That schedule is available on our Twitters.
Did we read the one from Verbs the Kid?
I don't know, read it again.
Okay, let's read it, because I was just
Yay!
looking through it. It may have been from when I wasn't there, but it's like awesome. Okay.
Do it with your voices.
I will. An SVU crew for you. ... 5 stars by Verbs the Kid, who we've had in the chat several times before. He is not here right now.
Where you at,
though,
Verbs the
I don't
Kid?
think. Anyway, I found this show while contemplating starting my own second podcast to discuss one of my favorite shows, Law & Order SVU. I really wanted to review SVU in a humorous way, but was concerned about making light of the reality of the horrible crimes depicted on SVU. I was only a little disappointed to find there was already a great SVU discussion show at AFTERBUZZ TV. This squaddo perfectly walk the line between enjoying the fun of the show while respecting the reality of the heavy topics
Yeah,
at
seriously.
hand. Yael's encyclopedic SVU knowledge, disdain for babies, and Benson-like leadership make her a great commander.
Thanks.
Lauren, shipper and predictor, queen of the yoga pants, is a great lieutenant. Isabel, the sweet and elegant, always brings in interesting topics relating to the episode, making her an excellent detective. Jesse J, the thin of the bunch, is hilarious and honest. He also brings an important perspective and disrespected minority, of which I too belong. The DJ. Big fan of the whole squaddo. Only 5-star button works for so 5 stars.
That is a
I
beautiful
love it.
review.
I don't remember reading that one on air.
I
so-
remember reading it when I go to sleep. I read it to myself to make me happy. That's what I read before bed. It's like my mantra,
You were adorable.
because I hate babies.
Write us more reviews so that Yael can have more things to read so she can fall asleep and have sweet dreams.
Thank
that
you.
aren't about babies.
Oh, yeah. Gross. Thanks.
And the crazier you make them, the more interpretive they'll get.
Yeah, also,
Ratings.
the more emojis, the better it is. I
'Cause
love the way Lauren emojis.
Dude, Kelsey Forever right now in the chat just typed in like 1,000 emojis.
What
I
were
can't even
they?
handle it.
Do it.
Nope. Smiley face. Smiley face. Wink, I think. Wink. Kissy. Teethy smile. Tongue. Hard eyes. And then it just keeps repeating most of those.
Oh my
already.
God. Okay.
20 times.
Great. Welcome. Thank you to everyone who's in the chat. Thank you to everyone who joined us. This episode was really simple. It's very one of the simplest episodes. And we don't have Isabel here to do Isabel Info Corner. So
I tried looking up like people poisoning other people with mushrooms, like to murder them. Didn't really find much there.
I would love one day our computers between you, me, Jesse, and Lauren.
Google search.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Poisoning. Mushroom poisoning homicide.
Prison stats.
Yeah.
Child abuse. All right. That's enough. So let me tell you before we wrap it up, I want to tell you guys what we're doing the rest of this summer. Because we are doing more episodes, pre-old episodes. So today is July 28th, and we did what? So August 4th, we're doing 515 Families. August 11th, we're doing 525 Head, which is the episode that made everyone afraid of public toilets. That's the one where it starts with a camera in the toilet. Yeah, in a Starbucks. And since then, cannot use a public restroom.
For real?
Well, I check always if there's a camera in the toilet.
Really?
Absolutely. Once you rewatch this episode, you will too. You're welcome. August 18th, we're talking 1016 Babes. And then August 25th, season 2, episode 9, Pixies, which was my first episode of SVU. And then we take a break until September 21st when the season 18 premiere hits. So yeah.
What?
Cool. I feel like that's all we really have to say today. It's such a short episode. But hopefully the whole team will be back next week. That would be nice.
Yes.
But until then, I have a request. Today, July 28th, happens to be my brother's birthday. So go onto Twitter and tweet at Coco and Co. That's COCOANDCO. Happy birthday. Harass the F out of that Twitter account, Coco and Co.
Coco and Co. Happy B-Day.
Yeah. Lauren, where can people keep up with you all week?
Hey guys, you guys can find me everywhere on social media, but especially on Snapchat, Instagram, and let's do Snapchat and Instagram. Stick with that. At Lauren Salaun, LaurenSalaun.
Awesome. And you guys know where to find me everywhere at Yael Tyiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And again, go and harass Coco and Co. COCOANDCO. Just today, the 28th of July. Harass them today, because they deserve it. They're in New York. They love SVU. All right, we'll see you next week for more SVU. Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Dun dun.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.